So today I'm looking forward to sharing with you about how you can work with energy in your meditation practice. And just the idea that sometimes we feel stressed and anxious and tense, not because we are actually stressed, anxious, and tense, but because we might be holding on to some old energy that we might not have really processed or released. We can pick up on the stress and anxiety of other people as well, including collective stress, fear, and anxiety. So consider that when you go to sit in your meditation practice, just like you would want to, take a shower and cleanse yourself on the outside so that you feel good, that you would want to be able to cleanse and bring your energy back into balance before meditation. Because think of like coming to this practice where you're meant to experience peace and connection and insight. But if there's this old energy that is there in the background or in our energy, then it kind of keeps us from going deeper into our practice because we're in more of a state of agitation. So there's a lot of agitation in the world right now and anxiety. And when you have this sort of agitation and fidgety, kind of the mind being really chaotic, that's an energetic state, and you can actually shift that energetic state through energy healing techniques. And I will be sharing with you some natural techniques through visualization that will help you clear and cleanse your energy and give you a direct experience of what it's like to experience a self-energy healing and meditation. So when you set yourself up for meditation, it's like cleaning your inner house, setting your sacred space, setting the vibration of your meditation, the frequency, and then sitting in that frequency rather than the frequency of stress and tension. So that's essentially the concept. And the other thing being that sometimes we have experiences in our lives and they kind of leave an imprint, right? Like they just kind of leave a residue. You might know what that feels like when you've had harsh exchanges with people or misunderstandings, miscommunication, and it just kind of leaves like a kind of feeling or a mood, an emotion. And it's very important to clear those as well because we form attachments with other people. And sometimes we have energy that's moving between people. So just think of it as, have you ever been just sitting there and you just start having negative thoughts about somebody kind of randomly, or you're engaging in this conversation that happened 3 weeks ago in your head for no reason, but this energy is being activated because sometimes we form these energy communications between people. It's invisible, but it's actually tangible and it's something you can feel and experience. Have you ever experienced anything like that? Yeah, or all of a sudden your mood kind of drops, or you're just going about your day and all of a sudden you feel this kind of compression or out of nowhere. And so those are opportunities to check in and say, is this mine? To really look at that and say, is this mine, or am I picking this up? And we do form a kind of energy cords with people, especially people who are close to us. So if we haven't had resolution in those exchanges, oftentimes it leaves that residue in that exchange that can keep going on subtly in the background. And raise your hand or put your thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about, that you can sort of feel that. So we want to be sure to cleanse and clear our experiences and let them go consciously instead of holding onto them unconsciously in our energy body as tension and stress. So when we work on consciously releasing old energy, realizing like I'm not really present because my mind keeps going back here. So wherever your mind sort of naturally keeps going back to or gravitating, that's a sign or a symptom that your energy is stuck in that place and that you can clear that energy. That's an opportunity to clear and balance that energy within yourself. And it really just takes a few minutes of awareness, of pausing and taking a few breaths and letting it go. And I'm going to show you some visualization and healing techniques that will help you shift your own energy so that you feel wonderful and you can access the bliss of meditation. When we're really in a state of meditation, not all the time, but we can actually access a state of bliss consistently because we're open to the universal energy. So there's natural, free-flowing, infinite, universal energy that is within us and all around us. And when we open up to the higher vibrations, we can actually open up to receiving this blissful energy that is very healing, nourishing, and fulfilling. And it just gives you this sense of very deep contentment for no reason. You know, you start to feel like you're being filled up with something, and it's the spiritual nourishment and bliss, our true state of being, that begins to emerge through meditation. So tapping into that joy, that bliss state of consciousness, which is the purpose of meditation. When we're in that state of consciousness, that's where we are our true, full, whole, authentic self. And we're liberated, we're free to express ourselves, free to love, free to create. And we don't live from that place of fear and stress in that state. So I wanted to also bring that point forward. So it's about, releasing and making sure that we're clear before we come to meditation. And then being open as a channel or a vessel to receive this higher energy through our practice, which this higher energy also includes our intuition. Our intuition flows through when we're in a higher, more expanded consciousness state. You could call it your inner guidance or God, your God self, however you relate to that, love. And being open to that is really, it boosts your immune system, essentially. It puts you into a higher state, a more balanced and grounded state. And that's where we really start to operate at our best level.